Introducing senior vocalist Maddie Mormino, who will be singing our Star Spangled Banner. Our anthem, as always, is dedicated to our heroes, past and present, that have made this the land of the free because of the brave.
Hello and welcome once again to Campbell Field. Fox Valley TV proud to bring you this homecoming for the Yorkville Foxes. And the playoffs, they are fast approaching. Both the Foxes and the DeKalb Barbs are 4-3, needing one more win to qualify for playoff eligibility. Yorkville shot out of the gate at 3-0, but losses in 3 of their last 4 have the Foxes on the outside looking in. The Foxes are set to get back to their winning ways after a 41-0 loss last week against Canelan, a game in which the Foxes were only able to muster up 54 yards of total offense. But you burn that tape, you look ahead to this week, and this week the Foxes, they've got the DeKalb Barbs, who are also 4-3, 1-2 in the Northern Illinois Big 12, and the visiting Barbs, they blew away Morris last week, 40-14. The big play was prominent for the Barbs last week as they scored touchdowns on plays of 97, 94, 48, 42, and 34 yards. The 2 biggest plays came from junior running back Dre Brown. That's the area's leading rusher, 993 yards on 110 carries and 14 touchdowns. He's averaging 9 yards a clip and 2 touchdowns a game. Right behind Brown in the area, the Jack Sauter, senior quarterback for the DeKalb Barbs, 9 touchdowns, 96 carries, and 726 yards. As we see the Yorkville Foxes coming out, again, we mentioned it's homecoming here, and the Foxes, they've played well so far. Wins against Vernon Hills, Hampshire to start the year. They they had a win against Ottawa, Aurora East, and Dixon to start the year. Lost to LaSalle Peru, a win against Morris, a loss to Rochelle, and a loss to Canelan last week. They have a bit of the injury bug going on here at Yorkville as well, as their starting quarterback went down with a broken hand. Also, Mike Kurtz, starting running back, went down in the loss against LaSalle Peru with a concussion. But filling that spot has been Henry Imbergia, and doing a good job of that. A couple of touchdowns in the win against Morris, over 100 yards, and played well against Rochelle a couple weeks ago. But as far as the offense goes in that loss against Canelan last week, nobody played well. They forget about it and move on to this week. And the DeKalb Barbs did win the toss, and they elect to receive the opening kick here. And one thing that I took notice to in preparation for this game is the DeKalb Barbs offensive line. Not a single one of these guys play defense, just offense. And you'll see them right out of the gate here across the front line for DeKalb. We'll give you the introduction to them here in just a minute as we're getting ready for football here from Campbell Field. 12 minutes on the clock. The Foxes ready to kick this one away. Caleb Pizak gonna boot this one away from his own 40-yard line. Troy Tate back deep to receive this kick for the Barbs. You can feel it here. Both teams need one more win to qualify for the playoffs. The Barbs haven't made the playoffs in 5 years. It's been 10 for the Foxes, so you know they want this game. It's a short kick fielded at the 15. Running off to his left is Rudy Lopez. Lopez has a seam. Lopez up to the 50, tripped up and out of bounds inside of Fox's territory. Rudy Lopez with a nice return there to get the DeKalb Barbs going. Now, as we mentioned, across that front line for the Barbs, Hayden LaPointe, a 6'4" sophomore. Left guard, Caleb DeWeese, 6'2", 235. Senior and anchor of that offensive line, Wes Leffelman, 6'1", 250. Right guard, Devontae Thompson, 6'3", 253, a junior. And Cam Ward on the right side, a senior at 6'2", 245. But as we get ready to see the area's leading rushing attack, Dre Brown, number 33, and it's Brown on the carry off the right-hand side. And Yorkville drives him back, nowhere to go there for Dre Brown's first carry. Brown came into this game 993 yards on the season, and his first carry goes for nothing. Averages 9 yards a touch, does Brown, and Yorkville stopped him cold on the first carry. Yorkville 3-5 defense, 3-3-5 defense. There's nobody to hand it off to for Sauter, and he goes right up the middle, pickup of about 5.
Number 7, Jack Sauter on the keeper, gain of 6.
They gave him 6 on that one, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4 now. As we mentioned, Brown's 7 yards away from 1,000 on the year. He's lined up behind quarterback Jack Sauter. And that play blown dead as Tony Tate came in motion. It's going to be a defensive penalty. 5 yards and a 1st down now for the Barbs. A ball now on the 39, 1st down and 10 for DeKalb. Sauter in the shotgun. Tate comes motion near side. It's going to be a handoff to Brown. No, Sauter's going to keep this one running out on the right-hand side. And pickup of about 4 down to the 35. Ben Badalamenti in on the hit. We're going to be calling his name all night. The senior middle linebacker of the Yorkville Foxes in the heart of this defense. Well, they gave Sauter 3 on that carry. 2nd and 7. Back in motion, takes the carry. Running off to the left side now, and oh boy, he's hit hard right there at the line of scrimmage. Eric Torrey on the carry. And right on cue, there we said it, Badalamenti on the hit again. No gain for Torrey.
My apologies, number 26, A.J. Foster on that hit.
Well, the PA guys got me all mixed up now. It looked like Ben Badalamenti hitting him, but it was A.J. Foster. Flag down, though, so we'll wait and see what the Stripes have for this one. They call it an illegal shift. Penalty declined, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. DeKalb converted their first 3rd down via the penalty. Torrey goes in motion far side. It's going to be handed off. Brown right up the middle. Brown fighting for yardage.
Brown, the ball carrier, up the middle. 55, Mojo on the stop.
Mojo in on the hit. It's going to be short of a 1st down, so 4th and 2. After a gain of 5 for Dre Brown. Now 2 yards away from the 1,000-yard mark on the year. And Yorkville, or DeKalb's going to go for it here. They hand it off Brown to the right, and Brown is going to be stopped short of the line to gain. So turn it over. Yorkville can't ask for much more on that first offensive possession.
On the 31-yard line.
Well, Yorkville's defense stands tall on that first drive, and sophomore Cameron Van Bokel coming out to lead this offense. Last time these two teams met, DeKalb beat the Foxes 47-0 last year in DeKalb. First play of the game is a pitch to the left to Imbergia. Here comes Henry Imbergia up to about the 35.
Imbergia, the ball carrier, brought down by number 8, Dylan Farrell. Gain of 4, it's 2nd and 6.
So a gain of 4 for Henry. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6 from the 35. Leachman and Levy out far side. Imbergia again. Imbergia off the left side. He's got the first down and more over the 44-yard line for Henry Imbergia. Gain of 9.
Brought down, number 32, Jake Kuykendall on the stop. That's good for our Foxes. First down.
They'll move the chains. Imbergia, 2 runs and a first down for Yorkville. Ball now on the 44. Got a referee timeout here. A wardrobe malfunction. Chauncey Perkins.
Timeout on the field.
Having some problems with his gloves out there. Okay, he's ready to go. Wind the clock. 8:46 and counting, first quarter. Yorkville and DeKalb tied at 0 here. A first down and 10 for the Foxes. A high snap brought down by Van Boekel. Gives it to Imbergia, and Henry, another first down. 11-yard gain for Henry Imbergia, and that's another Foxes first down. Now into Barb territory now. First down and 10 from the 40. 45, it looks like they've got it marked at. Imbergia again this time, and he's hit, and the ball comes out, and it's going to be DeKalb Barb's football at the 42-yard line. Imbergia picked up 4 and then lost the football. And that quiets the crowd here on the Yorkville side of Campbell Field. Foxes started out picture perfect, but now Imbergia puts the ball on the ground. It goes back to the Barbs at their own 43-yard line. Barbs were stymied on their first drive as they went for it on 4th and 2. It's their second possession now. Handed off on the sweep left.
22 the ball carrier,
Or he goes.
Jones on the stop. There is a flag on the play.
Flag down though.
That is a hold against the Barbs.
So a hold on DeKalb. It's going to back them up to the 33. It's going to be first down, and well, we'll wait to see where they mark it, but looked like it was right there at the line of scrimmage. And it was, so a 10-yard penalty. Back to the 34. First and 20. Here comes Tate in motion. Fake to Tate, look, and they're going to blow this play dead. A false start, early movement on the Barbs. A holding and a false start. Going to be first and 25 now for DeKalb. This is not the way they wanted to get this football game started. Turning it over on 4 downs, and now 2 straight penalties to start this second offensive possession. Coming up to 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Brown so far, 6 yards on 3 carries. Here comes Tate in motion again, and it's Brown on the carry. Brown not going to get through that line of scrimmage as Yorkville stands tall. Mojo in there on the tackle along with Sir Nelson. Across that defensive line, Carlos Young, Nico Partita, Sir Nelson, and then the linebackers, Ben Badalamenti, Mojo they call him, Tyler Mayordo, Mike Pancera, Ian Reynolds, Jacob Brazil, the safeties, Brody Sharp, A.J. Foster, and Colin Jones also in that Yorkville secondary. 2nd and 24 now for DeKalb. Here comes Tate in motion, fake to him. Sauter wants to throw it. He gets it away, and it's too tall Pass intended there for Demetrius Collins.
For number 5,
Incomplete.
Rudy Lopez in and out of the hands of the coverage. Sharp and Jones there.
Brody Sharp nearly came down with an interception, but couldn't hold on. So it's going to be 3rd and forever now for the Barbs. They need a quarter of the football field for the first down. Not a passing team, but they go to the air here. Here comes the pressure. It's flared out and dropped.
Pass incomplete. Intended for number 12.
Drew Pizzota on the intended receiver, and it's going to be 4th down, and DeKalb's going to have to punt this football away. Ian Reynolds back deep to return this punt. He also does the punting duties. Can't quite get a number on the Barb punter just yet. He's standing there at his own 19. It's a good snap. The punt is low and it bounces. Watch out, it might hit a Fox, but it doesn't, and it rolls, stops the 48 where it's picked up and down by Cameron Ward. And it's going to be a 1st down and 10 for Yorkville.
Tonight's officiating crew, ladies and gentlemen. Back judge Bill Depew, line judge Jim Sullivan, linesman Jim Whitman, umpire Sean Cochran, and tonight's referee Kevin O'Keefe.
You know, Yorkville was driving on their first offensive possession, but stopped abruptly by an Imbergia fumble. They look to keep it going here. 1st down and 10 from their own 48. Van Bokel under center. He's got Levy and Leachman either side. Handoff this time, fullback. Gets into Barb's territory. Kyle Abney with the carry there.
35, Abney, the ball carrier.
For the Foxes, David Yodelis at left tackle, Lee Humphrey left guard, Tony Badalamenti at center, Matt Kavanaugh right guard, and Joe Catula right tackle. Avery Austin, number 31 at tight end. Of course, the sophomore Van Bokel under center. It's going to be Abney and Imbergia out of the backfield most of the night. Snap to Van Bokel, looking for his man out to the right-hand side. It's Malcolm Levy. And that's going to be good enough for a Fox's 1st down. So an 11-yard gain there. Van Bokel's first pass through the air is complete to Levy for a pickup of 11 and a Fox's 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 38. Van Bokel again in the pistol. High snap, brought down, hands it off. Here comes Imbergia looking for the corner. Henry Imbergia. Oh, and he pulls up lame there. Imbergia, looks like a right hamstring there. Is also a flag down at the 38.
Flags on the field.
That's all kinds of bad for the Foxes. Henry Imbergia, the featured back, been having a great year since Kurtz went down, is now on the sideline holding his right leg. Hopefully it's just a cramp. He's onto his feet.
After the play, able to
saw him as he was turning the corner, pulled up a little bit lame. And it's also a holding penalty. That's a double whammy for the Foxes there. 10-yard penalty, and halfback goes out with an injury. I'm assuming it's going to be Levy to step in here at tailback. So we've seen him play a little bit of tailback, and then Lindholm will come in and play receiver. And that's looks like exactly what they're going to do. They've lined up Malcolm Levy now at tailback. 1st and 20 from their own 48. Snap to Van Bokel, rolling out right, looking to go to the air. He throws up a wobbler intended there, and it is caught and brought down there. Connor Schmidt on the catch. Connor had to wait for it, but he found it, and it's going to be a 1st down for the Foxes. All the way down to the 23-yard line. Gain of 25 from Van Bokel to Connor Schmidt. Austin comes in motion near side, handoff, there's Levy. Levy, a little bit of running room inside the 10, or inside the 20 down to the 16. 6-yard gain for Malcolm Levy.
Kukendo on the stop. Gain of 7, it's 2nd and 3.
Berge's still getting worked on down there on the bench. Hopefully he can get back into this ball game. 4:30 to go first quarter. 2nd down and 4. Ball in the 16 for the Foxes. Leachman out wide near side. Snap to Van Boekel. Tosses it to Levy. Levy looking for the corner. And he's not going to get there. Pick up of maybe a yard for Malcolm Levy.
Gets near the first down, forced out of bounds. Gain of, looks to be 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Foxes.
Oh, 3rd down and short. In comes Ben Badalamenti, as we've seen him play fullback in these short yardage situations. Back when we were here against Morris, he led the way for Henry and Berge's 1st and 2nd touchdown. They line it up full house in the backfield behind Van Boekel. Handed it off, right up the gut.
Abney, the ball carrier, picks up
Kyle Abney picks up the 1st down. 2nd carry on the night. Give him 5. So it's 1st and goal now for the Foxes from the 9. Avery in tight to the right, Leachman out wide left. They go again with the full house. Levy at tailback. And it's Levy on the carry. Not much there.
Levy, the ball carrier.
Henry and Berge is off to the locker room. Hope for the best for him.
Gain of 2.
So they gave Levy 2 on that carry. Up to 11 yards now on 3 carries. 2nd and goal from the 7. Clock coming up to 3 minutes left to go, first quarter. 2nd and goal from the 7. 2 tight ends this time for Van Boekel. Hands it off Levy off the left side. Levy looking for the corner. Malcolm Levy down to the 1-yard line. And it's going to be a 3rd and goal from the 1. Ooh, he was close to the end zone there. No, 3rd and goal now from the 1 for the Foxes. Look for either Abney or Levy on this carry. 3rd and 1 from the 1. It's Abney on the carry. Abney into the end zone for the Foxes touchdown from 1 yard out. Kyle Abney gives the Yorkville Foxes a 6-point lead. 2:13 to go first quarter. Yorkville up on DeKalb 6-0. Foxes on to attempt the extra point. Connor Schmidt, the holder. Caleb Pizak, the place kicker. Joey Nauman's snap is good, the hold's good, and the kick is good. And with that, the Foxes now lead 7-0 at the 2:13 mark here in the first quarter. So Yorkville kept going what they had on their first drive, and this time they held on to the football, got it all the way down into the end zone, and they are now up 7-0 here on the DeKalb Barbs. sure Coach Hoinkes is talking about kick coverage as the opening kickoff went for well over 50 yards. Rudy Lopez was able to get into Yorkville territory off the kickoff.
Number 22, Eric Torrey on the kick for the
Deep
Foxes.
to receive the kick, Tony Tate and Eric Torrey. But we saw the up man, number 5, Rudy Lopez, take it last time for a nice return. 7-0 Foxes here on homecoming. Fox Valley TV bringing you this Northern Illinois Big 12 matchup with playoff eligibility on the line here. Pizak on the approach, gets it away. It's going to be fielded at the 16-yard line, running left, and going to be brought down at the 36-yard line. Dre Brown on the return. That's the guy you want to keep it away from on those kick returns. But he was bottled up, and they're going to be starting here their second offensive possession from their own 38-yard line. Brown held in check on that first drive. 6 yards on only 3 carries. Sauter went for 9 on 2, and Eric Torrey took a carry for no gain. They did go to the air a couple times to be incomplete. Now this time here comes Tony Tate right into your living room, and a big-time hit. Lay the wood there. The Foxes 26 on the hit. A.J. Foster, we've seen him already hit. He gave Tony Tate a big hit on the other side of the field on the first drive. These guys are going to be best friends by the time this game's over. So a gain of 1 for Tate. 2nd and 9. This time Sauter's going to keep it and not going to get much, maybe a couple.
Number 7, Jack Sauter on the keeper. 51. Carlos Young and number 36, Pansera on the stop. Gain of 3, it's 3rd and 6.
Well, 3rd and 6 for DeKalb. Sauter back to pass, looking left. Fires it, it's complete to Lopez. And Rudy Lopez has enough for a first down. Gain of 6 there.
20
for the Barbs.
That's good for a DeKalb first down. Ball spotted at their own 49-yard line.
As Sauter completes his first pass tonight. First down and 10, their own 49. Brown on the carry this time. And not much there for Dre Brown.
Sauter the ball carrier, 55. Mojo
Actually, it was Sauter the carry there. They gave him about a half yard.
Short gain, 2nd and 9.
Read option. Sometimes it's hard to see from up here who's got the football. .22 off the left side now. He's going to be ran out of bounds after a pickup of just a couple. Eric Torrey on the carry.
22, Eric Torrey, the carrier. 23, Sharp. No gain, gain of a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8.
So with that, our first quarter has come to a close. The Yorkville Foxes jump out to an early 7-0 lead on a 1-yard touchdown run by Kyle Abney. We'll keep it right here on Fox Valley TV.
It begins innocently enough. You don't return a phone call. You break a date at the last minute. But in fact, it's the beginning of a pattern. And soon, your friend with mental illness realizes you're avoiding them. But what if you knew that your friendship was the key to their recovery? Would you still lock them out of your life?
Mom!
What?
You can't find Ichabod.
What?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Welcome back here to Campbell Field. Fox Valley TV bringing you this high school football matchup between the Yorkville Foxes and the DeKalb Barbs. The Foxes lead here as we get ready to start the second quarter, 7-0 at the 2:13 mark. A Kyle Abney 1-yard run, and that's the difference here in this ball game. Some quick numbers after the first quarter for the Barbs. Dre Brown, 3 carries for 6 yards. Jack Sauter, 4 for 12. Eric Torrey, a couple carries for 1. Tony Tate, 1. And Jack Sauter's gone to the air 3 times, completing 1 to Rudy Lopez for 6 yards. Right now it's 3rd down and 8 for the Barbs on the Yorkville 49, and a flag before the ball is snapped here. And it's going to be an encroachment on DeKalb. And Fox's players looking a little confused about that one, but they'll step it off. 5 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Third down and 3. There goes Tate in motion. Fakes it to Tate. In there is Badalamenti as he pressures Sauter out. Sauter's going to let it fly, and it's going to be incomplete, but probably going to have a pass interference penalty here.
Ball's incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
Brody Sharp was trying to get back to the receiver, but slipped and may have tripped up the Barb receiver. Ben Badalamenti in there with the initial pressure, nearly had a sack. Sauter was able to roll out, fire it downfield. Still waiting on the call here from the White Hat. And that's what we thought. Pass interference on the Foxes, so that's going to be a 1st down now for DeKalb. Some of the Foxes faithful not liking that call, but the fact remains, Sharp made contact before the football got there, but now it's Sauter, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield this time.
Once again, the quarterback keeper, 66, Dockin on the stop. Brazil also in there, loss on the play, brings up 2nd down.
So 2nd down, 15 now, big loss on that play. Tate goes in motion, and this one blown dead again. Probably going to be an illegal motion on the Barbs. We'll wait and see what the call is. Now, while he's pointing in the direction
bad penalty against the defense, 5-yard penalty
of the Barbs, or of the Foxes.
And the replay of tonight's game may be seen on Fox Valley Television, Comcast Channel C.
So they give him it right back to him. After that hit and loss, 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to run, 11:15 to go here in the first half. 2nd down and 10 from the Foxes 29. Tate again in motion. Sauter on the pitch to Brown. Brown looking to get the right-hand edge. And Dre Brown is going to be ran out of bounds after a pickup of about 4.
The Foxes would like to thank Big Daddy Dogs for the main course at last week's varsity team dinner, providing the main course for that Thursday night meal for our varsity players.
3rd down and 7 now for DeKalb. Snap to Sauter, looking to go to the air. Nice blitz pickup there by Brown as Sauter's going to roll out to the right side. He's got the 1st down and more. Down inside the 20 is Jack Sauter.
Takes it and runs, picks up the 1st down before he's finally brought down, number 66, Dockin. That's good for
Sauter able to scramble to pick up the 1st down. Down to about the 16, 11-yard gain for Jack Sauter. 1st down and 10. Hand it off to Brown. Brown makes the first man miss. It's down to about the 10. Gain of 6 for Dre Brown.
44, Badalamenti on the stop. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Yorkville now, or DeKalb now with 2 men near side. Snap to Sauter, hands it off Brown, spinning down close to the goal line is Dre Brown.
The ball carrier, picks
and
up the
another first
down
down.
from the 4-yard line.
Another gain of 6 for Dre Brown, and now he is up and over the 1,000-yard mark for the season. Dre Brown, a junior for these DeKalb Barbs. They've got a 1st and goal from the 3. And Sauter's going to carry this one untouched into the end zone for his 10th touchdown of the year.
In for the DeKalb touchdown.
On a 3-yard run, Jack Sauter cuts the lead to 1. Sauter, 21 yards on 7 carries, and that last touchdown. Kick is up, and it's good. And with that, the score is now tied 7-7. DeKalb and Yorkville for the 9:53 mark of the second quarter.
Remaining here in the first half of play, and once again, we will get ready to kick off.
Oh, Yorkville set for their 3rd offensive possession tonight. A 1-yard touchdown run by Kyle Abney last time the Foxes had the ball. 9:53 left here in the second quarter. Tied up at 7 from Campbell Field. Fox Valley TV proud to bring you this high school football matchup.
Following the DeKalb touchdown, back deep for the Foxes, number 21,
Ian Reynolds and Malcolm Levy standing at their own 10, ready to return this kick. There's Levy. Ben Setchell on the approach, and Setchell with a boot there. It backs Reynolds or Levy up to the 10. Actually, that's Reynolds on the carry. Reynolds gets it out to the 29. And that's where the Foxes are going to start here. 1st down and 10 from their own 29. Tied up with the Barbs at 7.
Demetrios Collins, excuse me. 1st and 10 for the Foxes.
Nice return there for Reynolds, about 25 yards. Back on offense are the Foxes. Tied up with the Barbs at 7. Connor Schmidt and Tanan Leachman, the wideouts. Avery lined up in the slot, and it's going to be a handoff to Levy. Levy picks up about 3.
Brought down by number 73, Logan Chase. Gain of 2.
They gave Levy 3. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Coming up to 9 minutes left, 1st half. Van Bogle in the pistol. He's got Levy behind him. Coming in motion is Kyle Abney. Snap to Van Bogle. Setting to throw, looking for Schmidt. And that one's going to be behind Connor Schmidt. Incomplete.
3rd down.
Stops the clock at 9:01. Second quarter, going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Foxes. Third down, and they're going to blow this one dead as Coach Hoinkes looks upset on the sideline here, and he's going to take a timeout. If you're just joining us, it's 7-7, Yorkville and DeKalb. Yorkville took the opening, or excuse me, DeKalb took the opening kickoff, turned it over on downs, and then Yorkville was driving, but Henry and Bergia put the ball on the ground, and then a couple plays later, they lost in Bergia. DeKalb's second possession ended in a punt, then Yorkville got it back, drove it all the way down, and Kyle Abney punched it in for a 1-yard touchdown run. DeKalb got it back. Jack Sauter got in from 3 yards out, and that's where we're at now, a 7-7 tie with 9:01 left in the second quarter. Last week, the Foxes, well, they'd like to forget about that game last week, a 41-0 loss to Canelan. Week prior to that, a 30-14 loss to Rochelle. 3 weeks ago, they did win here, a game that we had for you here on Fox Valley TV, a 14-6 win over Morris. They lost to LaSalle Peru 16-9, beat Dixon 24-14, beat East Aurora 38-14, and opened the season with a win over Ottawa in overtime 17-16. But right now, they've got a 3rd down and 7 from their own 33. Van Boekel back to pass. Wants Leachman. Leachman, did he get it? Yes, he did. Tanan Leachman with a completed catch there. Gain of about 9. It's going to be a 1st down.
43-yard line. That's good for the Foxes. 1st down.
So Cameron Van Boekel, 3 for 4 for 45 yards to start off this game, playing pretty well. Leachman's first catch. This time a run. Abney on the carry, picked up a few.
Met by number 35, Jonathan Vega.
Give him 3 on that carry for Abney.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Got the full house. Actually, they've got Abney and Badalamenti in the backfield. 2 tight ends. This time it's going to be Abney. No, it's Van Boekel on the carry. Fake to Abney. Van Boekel kept it around left end, picked up a couple. Close to the 50.
Van Boekel on the quarterback keeper near midfield. We have a late flag.
A very late flag indeed. It looks like it's going to be against the DeKalb. So from the 50, they're going to put it down to about the 40 after the gain of 3 by Van Boekel. Unsportsmanlike penalty on the Barbs. Going to give them 15 more down to the 35.
Fresh set of downs for the Foxes. 1st and 10.
Not quite sure what happened there. It looked like maybe one of the DeKalb Barbs said something to the referee. Maybe he wasn't too happy with the spot. I don't know. But nonetheless, that's 15 yards for the Foxes and a 1st down from the 35 of the Barbs. Clock continues to run inside 7.5 minutes. Van Boekel's going to go under center now. Badalamenti and Abney lined up at tight end left with Levy in the backfield. Van Boekel hands it off. Levy running off left. He's got some room. Malcolm Levy, brought down there close to the 30. Thought he was going to break that one away.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Foxes.
So after a gain of 5 from Levy,
ball spotted near the DeKalb
2nd down.
Line. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now they say he only gained 4, but it was a fast 4. As he looked like he was going to turn the corner on that one. Same formation, Abney and Badalamenti lined up tight end right, handoff. No, it's play action this time. Van Boekel looking for his tight end. He's got him, and he's going to be brought down inside the 20. Avery Austin, the catch and run, and that's going to be down to about the 15-yard line. Gain of 16 there from Van Boekel to Austin. Austin's first catch on the night goes for 16. First down and 10 from the 17. Yorkville with a full house backfield this time. Abney and Badalamenti ahead of Levy. They all shift left along with Avery. They're going to run left with Levy, and Levy is hit just about to the line of scrimmage. Jake Kukendall on the tackle for the Barbs.
The 15-yard line. Gain of 2, second
And they
and
gave Levy 2 on that carry. He's got 7 for 26 now. We're inside 6 minutes in this first half. Second down and 8 from the Barb 15.
Well, fans, be sure to stick around for halftime. Your marching Foxes and both your varsity Poms and varsity cheerleaders taking the field for today's extended homecoming.
So second down and 8 now for the Foxes. Again with that shift left. Avery goes all the way to the left. Abney Badalamenti ahead of Levy. Levy looking to get it outside. Malcolm Levy cutting back in. He's still on his feet, and Malcolm Levy is into the end zone for the Foxes touchdown from 15 yards out. Malcolm Levy gets it in and gives the Foxes a 13-7 lead here at the 5:17 mark of the second. That's just good coaching there from Coach Carl Hoinkes. Lined up all of his big boys on the left side and then sent Malcolm Levy in behind him for the touchdown. Joey Nauman, long snapper. Connor Schmidt on the hold, and the kick from Pizak is up, and it is good. And that gives the Foxes now a 14-7 lead over the DeKalb Barbs.
17 remaining.
So touchdowns on back-to-back possessions for the Foxes. And they've really got that running game going. Malcolm Levy, 8 carries for 41 yards and that most recent touchdown.
Well, following the Yorkville touchdown, back deep for the Barbs. Number 1, Tony Tate. Number 22, Eric Torrey, getting ready to kick off.
Well, Tate and Torrey back deep to receive this kick. There's Torrey, backup running back, also plays a little bit of corner. Torrey no slouch when he does get to carry the football. Windre Brown decides to let him have a couple of carries. Torrey 35 carries so far coming into this game this year, and 299 yards and 3 touchdowns. Pizak's kick is a low line drive, and it's going to be fielded by Tate at the 10. Tate running left, cutting up the middle. Tate's got some room, and Tate finally thrown down at about the 35-yard line.
Tate, the return man, brought down by number 48, Gruber.
Matt Gruber with that tackle, and it was a violent one, so he did get all the way up to the 40.
Tate's return out to the DeKalb 34-yard line.
Check that, 34 is where DeKalb will start this drive. Tate in motion far side. Sauter takes the snap, hands it off. No, it's going to be Sauter on the keeper around the right end.
Sauter on the keeper.
A couple of the Barbs were right there on Brown had he got the football. Well, Sauter gain of 3 on the QB keeper. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 37 of the Barbs. And this time it's going to be, I think it was Ray Brown on the carry that time. Not much. Brown picked up only 2.
51, Carlos Young on the stop.
Ben Badalamenti, Carlos Young in on the stop for the Foxes. He's going to bring up another 3rd down for DeKalb. This time a bit more manageable. 3rd down and 4 from their own 40. Lopez and Pizzato come near side. In motion is Brown. Brown takes the carry, or no, excuse me, that's Torrey.
22, the ball carrier, brought down by number 33, Colin
Torrey
Jones.
going to be short of the first down.
Stepped out at the 41-yard line, short of the first down.
Torrey 2.
The Barbs move into punt formation.
And DeKalb is going to punt this one away. 4th and 3, DeKalb lining up to punt this football. And Jack Sauter punts it, and Reynolds boots it. But I think Ian Reynolds was able to fall on that football. And there is a flag coming in as Reynolds booted it, and able to fall on it at the 21, and then a late flag came in. Wait and see what the call is here as the offense for Yorkville trots back onto the field. Well, it's going to be a penalty on the Barbs, a personal foul. So add 15 more. They should spot this right around the 36, 37-yard line. Yorkville set to start their 4th offensive possession tonight. They scored on their 2nd and their 3rd touchdown runs from Kyle Abney and Malcolm Levy. 14-7 is where we're at now. 3:51 to go first half. Well, they do spot it down at the Yorkville 38-yard line. First down and 10. They don't know what play they're running here as we see Levy looking to the coach to the sideline here. White motioning, or Austin motioning over to the left side. It's going to be a broken play as Van Boekel was looking for Levy and he wasn't there. Van Boekel able to at least get close to the line of scrimmage.
Well, not by design, but a few yards gained there for Van Boekel. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In fact, they did give him a couple for Cameron on the carry there. And you saw as Van Boekel turned off to his right looking for Levy, and Levy went to the left. Good heady play there by the sophomore quarterback to gain some yards. So 2nd down and 8 from their own 40. Schmidt coming near side, Leachman far. As Van Boekel lined up with Levy behind him. Abney, tight end left. And it's going to be Levy this time on the carry. Levy's got some room. Malcolm with a first down and more. Malcolm Levy down inside of Barb's territory to the 45.
Number 22, Malcolm
Another
Levy,
15-yard rip for Levy.
To the DeKalb 45-yard line. That's good for our Foxes. First down.
Just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Foxes leading the Barbs 14-7. Malcolm Levy not the starting tailback as Henry Imbergia went down with a hamstring injury early in the first quarter. And Levy's filled in nicely for him. There goes Austin, tight end, left. And Levy again on the carry. Levy makes the first man miss. Malcolm Levy still on his feet down to the 33-yard line. Malcolm Levy with a gain of 12. Malcolm Levy making it look easy here on these last few runs. Big block from
Ladies
Joe
and gentlemen,
Catula.
50-50 tickets at the ready. 50-50 tickets at the ready. We will announce the winning ticket.
So another first down and 10 all the way down to the 31. Clock continuing to run. 2.5 minutes left first half. Austin goes in motion. Full house backfield this time. It's Levy, and Levy's met in the backfield and brought down for a loss.
Wrapped up in the backfield. Number 8, Dylan Farrell there. All right, fans, 50-50 tickets at the ready.
Coming up to 2 minutes to go here first
The
half.
winning number, 644. 1566. The winning ticket, once again, 6.
So we're under 2 minutes to go first half after that loss of 2. It's a second down and 12 from the 33 of the Barbs. Yorkville looking to extend their lead. They lead by 7, looking to stretch their lead. They're in Caleb Pizek's field goal range. We've seen him hit on a 50-yarder from earlier this year. A little bit colder now, though, so we don't know how far the football is going to fly. But now Van Boekel looking to pass, and Leachman on his backside. Did he make the catch?
Pass complete to number 2.
He did. Leachman with a nice catch there, laying on his backside. We saw that last week in the Canelan and Yorkville game as well. One of the Canelan Knights made a nice catch laying on his back. So with that, a gain of 6 from Van Boekel to Leachman. 3rd and 6 now. Schmidt and Leachman out wide. It's going to be a handoff, and Levy slipped as he was trying to take that handoff.
Well, we draw to Levy. He's wrapped up in the backfield.
The loss of a couple there on the draw play to Malcolm Levy.
Reset the clock to 54 seconds. Reset the clock to
Coach Hoinkes is going to take a timeout after the loss of 5 there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Yorkville class of 2012 alumnus Brennan Sharp. He was our 50-50 winner. Well, fans, as halftime approaches, be sure to stick around for our marching Foxes as they take the field to perform this year's show entitled Close Encounters.
So it's 4th and 11 from the 32. There's really no wind out here. We saw Caleb Pizek warming on the sideline. We have seen him hit from as long as 50. If they went for it here, it'd be a 49-yard field goal. But it's just, you're kind of right in that zone where it's right out of field goal range, just a little bit too far to try and go for it on 4th and 11. Should you go for it, you're pinning them deep. There is only going to be about 40 seconds left in the first half, but we'll wait and see what Coach Hoinkes does here. If it was me, I'd give my field goal kicker a shot. We've seen Pizek deliver from as far as 50 yards. They're going to keep the kicker on the sideline here. 4th down and 11 from the 32. They're going to go for it here. We've seen him go to Connor Schmidt in these big 4th down and goal, or 4th down and longs. Schmidt in there lined up left tight end. And Schmidt going out. He's looking for Schmidt this time, and no, it's actually Levy, the intended receiver. And wow, there comes a flag, and pretty late there as Drew Pizzota with some contact. We'll wait and see what they call here. Probably going to be pass interference. And it is. So it's going to be a first down. A first down for Yorkville. At least that's what the ref said.
Well, the penalty puts the ball on the DeKalb 16-yard line. And a fresh set of downs
down to the
Foxes.
16 after the penalty. 51 seconds left. Yorkville's got a first down and 10, leading by 7. Van Boekel rolling right, looking to throw. And that one is going to be knocked down. Pass intended for Malcolm Levy.
Well, pass intended for number 22, Levy. There's a flag on the play. The initial call is a hold against the Foxes.
Another flag on the play. So that one probably going to move them back about 10. Wait and see where the foul occurred. Well, of course, it is always 10 yards, but depending on if it's 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, usually it's from where the spot of the foul. So if they were a couple yards downfield, or they could have been in the backfield, so it'd make it for even more. But we're going to move them back to the 26 now. First down and 20. Actually, they've got him marked at the 31-yard line, so 15 yards. from the original line of scrimmage. 1st and 26 for Van Boekel, 47 seconds on the clock. Cameron all day to throw and lets it fly, and Connor Schmidt couldn't hold on.
Number 1, Connor Schmidt. 2nd down.
Van Boekel had all day to throw that one. Hit his man Schmidt, but he couldn't hold on. He's going to bring up now a 2nd down and 26 from the Barb 31. .5 seconds left to go in the first half. Yorkville leading 14-7 over DeKalb. As we mentioned in the open, both teams at 4-3, both teams needing just one win to qualify themselves for the IHSA playoffs. The Foxes haven't been there since 2002. The Barbs, it's been since 2010 they have been on a playoff drought. So now we're going to have
on the offense.
Illegal something on the offense. Didn't quite hear it. Delay a game. I thought he said illegal shift. That ref's been having microphone problems and cutting in and out. Oh, backwards 5 more yards for the Foxes. A 2nd and 30 coming up. Van Boekel standing in the shotgun. Abney on his left hip. 3 wideouts this time as Van Boekel dropping back, looking to set up the screen. Avery on the screen. He's running left, and he's going to be down close to about the 25.
Down by number 34, Perkins.
Timeout, flag. That's the last timeout.
A gain of 10 from Van Boekel to Avery on the screen. Cameron now 6 of 8 for 77 yards. .4 left in the first half. Yorkville leading 14-7, and they've used up all their timeouts. DeKalb still with 7. But the big story here is the Yorkville defense, as they've held all-world running back Dre Brown to only 24 yards in that first half on 7 carries. Jack Sauter also 24 yards on 8 carries. Eric Torrey toted it 3 times for 3 yards. Tony Tate 1 for 2, and Sauter's gone to the air 3 times, completing only 1 to Rudy Lopez for 6 yards.
Back from Yorkville, timeout, 3rd down.
So 3rd and 20 now for Yorkville. Ball on the left hash of the 26-yard line. Van Boekel lined up in the shotgun, rolling out right. He's looking for Schmidt, and that one way over the head of Connor Schmidt.
Pass incomplete.
It's going to bring up now a 4th down.
That'll bring up 4th down for the Foxes.
Caleb Pizak, should he get a chance here, will be from 43 yards out. That's what they're going to do here, is they bring Pizak on. Schmidt the holder, Joey Nauman the long snapper, the special teams unit for the Yorkville Foxes. We saw Pizak hit from just inside 50 yards earlier in the year game against LP.
Formation on for the attempt, number 30, Caleb Pizak.
So Pizak set to attempt this one from 43 yards. The snap is good, the hold's down. Pizak's kick is up, and it is not going to be long enough, and just a bit off to the left as well. No good.
Pizak's kick is no good. The Barbs take over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
So DeKalb set to take over for the 5th time here. They've only got 14 seconds left in this first half. when you've got a player like Dre Brown, you wonder if they're going to just kneel on it. Yeah, it looks like that's what they're going to do. So they are going to sit on it. DeKalb lets the time run out, and they're satisfied with this first half, trailing by 7. The Yorkville Foxes touchdown runs of 1 yard from Kyle Abney, and Malcolm Levy in the second quarter stuck it in from 15 yards out. The lone DeKalb Barb touchdown was a 3-yard run by Jack Sauter at the 2:13 mark of the second quarter. Taking a quick look at some of those numbers from the first half, Henry Imbergia got off to a nice start, 4 carries for 28 yards, but then he did have that one fumble and injured his hamstring, so he's out for the rest of the game. Malcolm Levy toted the rock 11 times for 63 yards, 1 touchdown. The other touchdown came from Kyle Abney. And I also want to mention the fine play of Cameron Van Boekel, very efficient in that first half, 6 of 8 for 77 yards. Well, it is halftime, and we're going to step aside. 14-7, the Yorkville Foxes lead the DeKalb Barbs here on Fox Valley TV.
Real men know that getting tested is the way to take care of their families. That's why real men wear gowns. For a list of the tests you need, go to ahrq.gov.
No, what'd she say?
She said whatever.
No, she says that all the time.
What's that?
Hello? I'm on the phone. Mom, I'm on the phone! Hello? I'm on the phone.
Who's this? It's me. I'm on the phone. Mom.
Oh, you're on the phone.
All right.
Sorry.
Sorry. Anyway.
Who are you talking to? Kelly?
Mom.
All right.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
And welcome back to Campbell Field. Fox Valley TV bringing you this high school football matchup between the Yorkville Foxes and the DeKalb Barbs. Well, Yorkville jumped out to a 14-7 lead in that first half. They did it on the ground as well as through the air. Sophomore quarterback Cameron Van Boekel having his most efficient evening as the starting quarterback for these Foxes. 6 of 8 for 77 yards through the air. The Foxes started out on the ground with Imbergia. Henry Imbergia ran 4 times for 28 yards, but he ended up injuring his left hamstring, and he is out for the rest of this game. Picking up the slack has been Malcolm Levy. Malcolm Levy's carried the ball now 11 times for 63 yards, not to mention a 15-yard touchdown run in the first half. Well, the other touchdown came from Kyle Abney. He punched it in from 1 yard out. As for the Barbs, they got a 3-yard touchdown run from Jack Sauter, but the real story of the game here is the Yorkville run defense. They've held all-world running back Dre Brown to 24 yards on 7 carries. Jack Sauter, 8 carries for 24. Eric Turi, 3 for 3, and Tony Tate, 1 for 2. And DeKalb getting it here to start the second half, leading 14-7. And the Foxes are going to start at the 25. Nice return there from Ian Reynolds. So 11:53 to go. Second half just underway. Foxes looking to add to their 7-point lead. As we mentioned last time these two teams met, DeKalb, a 47-0 victory, and both teams both 4 and 3, so one win either way, and these two teams, one of these two teams will qualify for the playoffs. So here we go, first down and 10 from the 26. Yorkville with Van Boekel in the pistol, handing it off. It's Levy. Levy right up the middle. Not much there from Malcolm Levy.
Levy, the ball carrier. Met at the line of scrimmage.
Levy's 12 carry on the night. He's got 64 yards. This is Yorkville's 5th offensive possession tonight. And there he goes to the air, Van Boekel. He's got Leachman. And Tanan Leachman out to about the 32.
Rudy Lopez.
Give him a gain of 6 on that one. Leachman's third catch. He's got 21 yards.
Gain of 5. It's 3rd and 5.
It was a gain of a long 5. So 3rd and 5 to go. 10:40 to go here, 3rd quarter. Third and a short 5. Ball on the 31. Van Boekel in the pistol. Levy right behind him. Leachman the wide out, top of your screen. And Schmidt heading in motion, and flags flying. It'll be a delay of game. It's the second time now that the Foxes have been guilty of a delay of game penalty, and that's going to back them up from 3rd and manageable now to 3rd and 10 from their own 26.
Well, fans, I got a text up here in the booth. Wanted to retell the game. Really? Taylor's beating Sycamore 14-10.
PA guy having a hard time up there. Well, I can relate with that. Van Boekel now back on 7. He's looking for the screen, and he's going to complete it. It's the tight end with a first down and more. Avery Austin with a first down catch and run.
That's good for our Foxes. First down.
Oh, Avery Austin with a nice gain. We've seen him hit on that tight end screen once before, all the way up to the 42. 43, so give him 17. Avery now with 33 yards on 3 catches, and Cameron Van Boekel up to the 100-yard passing mark now. First down and 10 from the 43, just inside 10 minutes. Connor Schmidt goes in motion to the far side as Van Boekel takes the snap, hands it off Levy, and Levy picks up 2. Tackled on the play there, 47, Tanner Pumphrey.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
And Levy with 2 on that run. He's carried it now 13 times, has Malcolm Levy. He's got 1 touchdown to show for it, 66 yards. Second and 8 from the 45. Levy now going top of your screen. Leachman near side. They've got Connor Schmidt lined up at a split end right. Kyle Abney in the backfield next to Van Boekel. Van Boekel pump fakes, looking long. He's looking for Leachman, and that one's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Rudy Lopez at about the 33-yard line, and DeKalb is going to turn this one over, and that's the first blemish on the resume of Cameron Van Boekel tonight. His 11th pass goes for an INT. And the Barbs now are going to have it first down and 10 from their own 30, trailing by 7. Now Sauter out around the right-hand side, and Sauter is hit hard as he gets back up to the line of scrimmage.
Sauter the ball carrier, brought down by number 51, Carlos Young.
Now gain of maybe 1 for Jack Sauter. His 9th carry now. He's up to 25 yards. The Barbs have yet to reach 100 yards of total offense. Between Brown and Sauter, they've got 49. 2nd and 9 from the 31. Snap, and it's going to be Sauter once again. Jack Sauter, not much room there. Ben Badalamenti, first man there.
Quarterback keeper. 44, Badalamenti on the stop. No gain on the play, 3rd down.
Well, it's going to be 3rd and 9 now for DeKalb, and they've seen this down and distance quite a few times already tonight. 3rd and 9, Sauter stands in the shotgun, looking out left. Sauter now going to roll back to his right and let it fly, and it's going to be, is it intercepted?
Pass complete.
It is
complete, short of the first down.
But short of the first down. Sauter's
12,
second completion on the night. Pizzata the catch.
He's down immediately. That'll bring up 4th down for the Barbs.
Gain of 3.
They send the kick team out. Back deep for the Foxes. Number 21, Ian Renault.
And the DeKalb is lined up to punt this one away. Snap is good to Sauter, and he gets this punt away. Gonna bounce at the 31 where it's downed by DeKalb.
The kick takes a Yorkville bounce. The Barbs down
45,
it.
David Long
down
downed that one. Long, one of the few sophomores on this DeKalb Barbs team, along with James Robinson, a halfback, and Lance Sauter, a linebacker, younger brother of quarterback Jack Sauter. So the Foxes get it again now. Their 6th offensive possession of the night, 7:13 to go 3rd quarter. They lead 14-7, and they're going to start on their own 29-yard line. And a handoff to Levy. Levy trying to get the corner, and Levy is met and dropped at the 31. Big hit there, Drew Pizzota. And Levy picked up a couple.
And we've got pizzas for $10. Whole pizzas, $10 available now at the concession stand. Get them while they last. Levy's run good for 3 yards. It's 2nd and 7 for the Foxes.
They gave Levy 3 on that carry. 2nd and 7. Clock continues to run. 6.5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Yorkville's got a 2nd and 7 from their own 33. Van Boekel under center with that full house backfield. It's Abney on the carry, and Kyle Abney gets through the first man and real close to 1st down yardage.
35, Abney the ball carrier, out to the 40-yard line.
And it is. It's good enough for a Yorkville first down. It's Abney's longest run on the night, 7 yards. Puts him up to 18 now on 5 carries. And more importantly, Fox's first down. Again with the full house backfield, Van Boekel under center. Turns, it's Abney once again. And Kyle Abney with a gain of 9.
35, Abney the ball carrier. Number 45, David Long on the stop for the Barbs. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
9-yard gain there on Abney's 6th carry. He's got 27 yards. 2nd and 1 for the Foxes. 1 yard away from being in DeKalb Barb territory. Two backs, it's Abney and Badalamenti. Abney again following his blockers, Badalamenti, and he should have the first down.
Abney the ball carrier. Met at the line of scrimmage. We'll have to see where he gets the spot.
Needed the 49-50 for the first. Wait and see where they put it down. It looks like they may, oh, he spotted it and then he moved it back just a hair. It looks like that's going to be just short. But Fox's faithful calling for a measurement. He put it down and then he moved it back just enough. So it's 3rd and inches now for Yorkville as they go back to the full house. Badalamenti and Abner ahead of Malcolm Levy. Van Boekel turns, gives it Levy. Levy's got the first and a couple more down to the 47-yard line is Malcolm Levy.
Malcolm Levy across midfield. That's good for our Foxes. First down.
Bad spot, nonetheless a first down for Yorkville. Yorkville really chewing up the clock here in the 3rd quarter. 3 minutes on their first drive, and now this one approaching 3.5 minutes as well. Motion goes Austin to the left. It's going to be a run to the right with Malcolm Levy, and Malcolm Levy is knocked back. Big time hit there from Jonathan Vega. Whoa. Malcolm Levy gets up slowly. Ooh. Felt that one all the way up here in the Foxes' den. But with that loss of 1, it's going to bring up a 2nd and 11. Inside 4 minutes now of the third quarter. Yorkville on the move. Avery comes to the near side now. Full house backfield, they're running left. Levy behind Abner, behind Badalamenti. Levy still on his feet, fighting for extra yardage.
Levy, the ball carrier, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe
Not
a little bit
much
more
there,
on the spot.
maybe 2 on the run from Levy. Actually, they gave him a 3.
Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Foxheads.
That was Levy's 17th carry, really carrying the load here tonight for the Foxes in the absence of Mike Kurtz and Henry Imbergia. The Foxes on their 3rd string running back, and he is playing well. Well, they spread it out now, the Foxes do, and Van Boekel on the pitch, and there's a flag coming in there. And also Malcolm Levy brought down for a loss of about 3. But wait and see what this flag is.
There is a flag on the field.
Looks like it's against Yorkville, an illegal shift.
Illegal shift against the Foxes.
Probably going to decline that penalty and take the result of the play.
Illegal shift on the offense. Penalties declined, 4th down.
So Yorkville is going to have a 4th down now. From about the 48. They send Ian Reynolds and the punt team on to kick this one away.
4th down, the Foxes send the punt team out onto the field.
Big boot there from Reynolds. Going to take a hop and another hop down, rolling inside to about the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. Nice punt there from Reynolds, and they've got the Barbs pinned deep. 2:42 to go now in the third quarter. No points in this third quarter so far, 14-7. Yorkville leading the Barbs. If you are just joining us, Kyle Abney at the 7:01 mark of the first quarter punched it in from 1 yard out. A Caleb Pizey extra point was good. And then the next drive from the Barbs, Jack Sauter in from 3 and Malcolm Levy in from 15. All 3 touchdowns scored on consecutive drives, and there goes Dre Brown with his longest run on the night, and he almost broke that one.
Near the 27-yard line.
Should be enough for a first down, gain of 11. And Brown's longest run on the evening.
That is good for DeKalb, first down.
Can't let him go in if you're the Yorkville defense. They've held him in check for 3 quarters now, and that's what you have to do to beat these DeKalb Barbs. Brown lined up in the backfield once again. Tate in motion. It's a pitch to Brown off the right-hand side. Dre Brown's got some room, and Brown is going to be ran out of bounds right at the first down marker.
33 Brown, the ball carrier. Forced out of bounds on the far side. Gain of 9.
So a gain of 9.
2nd and 1.
And with the last 2 carries, Brown nearly met his entire game workload. 24 up to that point. The last 2 have gone for 20.
Reset the clock, 1:55, 1:55.
So the clock is at 1:50. They move it up to 1:55 to go third quarter. First down and 10 for DeKalb on their own 27. Brown lined up in the backfield. Tate going in motion to the far side. Snap to Sauter, hand to Brown, and Brown is stood up, and no, he gets away. Dre Brown now, after a gain of about 8, is finally brought down.
33 Brown, the ball carrier, picks up the first down to the DeKalb 44-yard line.
And Brown finally getting his legs under him here. He's ran for 28 yards on the last 3 carries, and it's Brown once again. And Dre Brown is brought down after a gain of about 2. 2nd and 8 from the Barb 44.
On the ball carrier. Gain of
DeKalb really,
2nd and 8.
really picking up the tempo here on offense. There goes Tate. Pitch to Brown to the right. Brown's got some room. And he's going to be brought down about 1 yard shy of the first down.
Reynolds on the stop.
Ian Reynolds in on the stop. As we're inside a minute left here in the third quarter. 3rd and 1 for the Barbs. It's going to be Torrey on the carry. Eric Torrey's got some room, but a flag comes flying as Torrey slipped up there inside the 40, down at the 36-yard line, 35-yard line, but there is a flag back at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be a holding penalty. Move them back 10 yards, so it's going to bring up now a 3rd and 11.
Holding on the offense. The people down.
And they spot it now at the 47. A 5-yard holding penalty. 3rd and 6. Clock continuing to run. It's Tony Tate going in motion. Sauter's going to keep it right up the middle, and Sauter lost the football. Football's on the ground, and Yorkville's got it at the 33-yard line. Oh, what a turn of events there as the Foxes recover the fumble from Jack Sauter. Brody Sharp, he's got a couple big hits early in this game, and now he's got a fumble recovery to go along with it. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Foxes at the 32-yard line, leading 14-7. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Well, they were riding Dre Brown all the way down, and then they gave it to Sauter, and he coughed it up. 1st down and 10, Foxes from their own 32. Levy and Leachman near side. This time it's going to be a handoff to Kyle Abney. And Kyle Abney put the football on the ground, and the DeKalb Barbs say they have it.
35, Abney, the ball carrier.
And they do.
Down, no change of possession.
Oh, so they say he was down. Whew. And that brings the third quarter to a close, and that was an exciting third quarter here from Campbell Field. No points scored, but lots of action. And when we come back, we're going to have the conclusion of this football game. The Yorkville Foxes lead the DeKalb Barbs 14-7 here on Fox Valley TV.
We're going to rob your house tonight.
Don't come closer. I have rabies.
Don't you wish there were warnings to protect you from life's risks? With diabetes, there is one. It's called A1C, a simple blood test that helps measure your risk of serious complications. Learn more at diabetesaonc.org.
Ready. 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 Ready.
It can be a little awkward when your friend tells you he's been diagnosed with a mental illness. But what's even more awkward is, if you're not there for him, he's less likely to recover.
I'm here to help, man, whatever it takes.
Welcome back here to Campbell Field, where we're set to get this fourth quarter underway. The Yorkville Foxes leading the DeKalb Barbs 14-7. And if you're just joining us, well, you've missed a heck of a football game here. Dre Brown, the area's leading rusher, has been held in check by this Yorkville 3-3-5 defense. He's got only 61 yards on 12 carries, coming off a game last week when he ran for 257 yards on only 12 carries. Well, right now, following that almost turnover from Abney, it's Malcolm Levy cutting it back, and Levy's going to be real close to first down yardage.
Number 98, Damon Dombick on the stop.
That was Levy's 18th carry, and Malcolm Levy's going to is a bit shaken up down there.
Levy shaken up on the play, takes an official's timeout.
Boy, Yorkville cannot afford to lose any more running backs.
Just short of the first down.
Kyle Abney, the fullback's been carrying the ball quite a bit here and doing a great job of it. 7 carries for 34 yards, but Levy, who's been the featured back here tonight with 18 carries, now limping off the sideline.
Going to take a measurement here.
Yorkville's running out of running backs. Soon we're going to see 44 taking the carries. He's been playing fullback as well, running ahead of Abney. Now, that last drive from DeKalb, that was the one where they had to get some points up. Dre Brown worked it all the way down to the 30, but then Jack Sauter put it on the ground. Yorkville able to recover it. Brody Sharp jumped on that football. And, well, the Yorkville Foxes driving now. On this play, they are just short of first down here, so it's going to be a...
Is it 3rd or 4th down? Isn't it 3rd down?
It's going to be 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down. It is... It's 3rd down.
Yeah, the announcers and the PA guys, we know what's going on. I don't think the refs do. They've got it marked at 4th down, but in fact it's 3rd and short for Yorkville.
3rd down in the box, please. 3rd down in the box, please.
Yeah, and there we go. Finally, 3rd and 1 for the Foxes, and we know what they like to do here. They like to bring in Badalamenti, go full house, and just cram it right down your throat. That's what they've got here. Abner and Badalamenti in the backfield, and it's going to be Abner and Kyle Abner. First down for the Foxes. Abney, excuse me, not Abner. Kyle Abney, the first down. Sorry about that, Kyle. So Abney totes the rock again and picks up another Yorkville first down. His 8th carry on the night. Give him 7 on that one. He's up to 41 yards. Clock moving, 11:20, first down and 10. Yorkville on their own 46. Abney again, Kyle Abney pushing forward, gaining about 2, maybe 3.
The ball carrier carries it forward for a few yards into the heart of the DeKalb defense, very near the 50-yard line.
Gain of 3 on that one. Abney nearly averaging 5 yards a rush.
There of the 50. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Foxes.
Go! 10:40 to go, 4th and final quarter here from Campbell Field. Foxes in the lead, 14-7 over the DeKalb Barbs. Playoff aspirations riding on this ball game as DeKalb has to go to Rochelle next week, and Yorkville's got a very tough Sycamore team next week, so you got to get a win here. That's Levy back in the game. Levy shakes off a couple hits, but he's not going to get much.
Wrapped up in the backfield.
In fact, maybe have even lost a couple. Dre Brown in on the hit. And they say Levy lost 1 on that carry.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd and 9.
2, in fact. 74 total for him now. That's his 19th carry on the night. We're inside 10 minutes to go in this 4th and final quarter. A 3rd down and 9 for the Yorkville Foxes from their own 48-yard line. Van Boekel 3 wide to the right. Tight end in left. Looking for Leachman, and that one is knocked down. Nice defensive play there from Rudy Lopez as he jumped up high and knocked it down with one hand.
That'll bring up 4th down.
So the Foxes are going to have to punt this football away. 9:37 to go in this football game. Foxes leading by 7.
Number 1, Tony Tate.
Yorkville had their best drive of the game, last drive. Unfortunately, it ended in a Jack Sauter fumble, a spiraling kick, and it takes a Foxes bounce inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line. But a flag down on the play, back at the 30 or the 41-yard line.
Holding on receiving team. We took 10-yard penalty from under.
So it's going to back them up even further. And the Foxes able to draw that holding penalty. And the Barb's going to line up inside the 10, I think.
Well, that
maybe
penalty
the 11.
assessed from the end of the run.
Let's see where they spot it.
Apparently was that it was a hold after the kick.
Gonna put it down here. Wait and see. The ball came to the rest of the 16, so I think that if there's a penalty, they would back them up a little more. But these refs out there talking about it. Well, where are we going to put the football down? Well, you would think, but there they go, and they're moving back.
On the receiving team, after this is their goal line, first down.
So they do move it back to the 8-yard line. And that's where the DeKalb Barbs will start. You got to be careful here. Dre Brown last week ripped off a 97 and a 94-yard touchdown run. So got to keep them bottled up here. 1st and 10 from the 8 for the Barbs. Tate going in motion near side, and it's going to be a handoff, and nothing doing there. Yorkville stops them cold. Nice play by the defense.
33 Brown, the ball carrier, wrapped up. Gain of.
They gave him 1 on that one. I think that was being generous. 2nd and 9 now from the 10. Just about 9 minutes left in this ball game. Tate again in motion. Brown off the right. No, it's Sauter pulls it back out, and he finds Tony Tate, and there is nowhere to go for Tony Tate. Ian Reynolds in on the hit. Nice play there for the Foxes.
Reynolds on the stop. That'll bring up 3rd down. Loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd.
Loss of 2. Third and 11 from the 7. Sauter on the play action. He's going to loft this one deep down the left side, and no chance there for Rudy Lopez to come down with that one. Nice defensive play there. And Colin Jones in the area on the coverage, and DeKalb 3 and out. They're going to punt this football away. Quickly 3 and out, I might add. 8-18 now, 4th quarter.
Drops back. Number 21, Ian Reynolds, back.
Ian Reynolds standing at his own 37-yard line. Or excuse me, the Barb's 37. Sauter snap, kick, and it's going to take a bounce and roll out of bounds at the 32-yard line, it looks like.
The Foxes offense takes over from there. 1st and 10.
So back-to-back punts on the last 2 drives. 8:11 left, 4th quarter. Yorkville set to take over the football for their 8th possession, leading in this ball game 14-7. Look for the Foxes to keep it on the ground here, try and chew up some of that clock. Levy, Badalamenti, and Abney in the backfield. This time it's Malcolm Levy. Levy started out left, but cut it back up the middle. Didn't get much.
Levy, the ball carrier, wrapped up by number 47, Tanner Pumphrey. Score update at the half. It's Camelin 14, Sycamore 10.
Second and 8, ball on the 31 as we're inside 8 minutes of this 4th and final quarter. DeKalb trailing by a touchdown. A big-time fumble a couple drives ago by Jack Sauter as Dre Brown was moving his team down the field. Sauter coughed it up, though, and Brody Sharp fell on that football. But 2nd and 8 for the Foxes, and some early movement there. And that should move the Foxes back.
False start on the offense. 2nd down.
That's not what they wanted here, is they're trying to keep that clock moving and the ball going down the field. They stop the clock and move backwards here. 2nd and 13 from the 36, and they get this snap going.
The great tradition of the Yorkville High School homecoming parade kicks off at 10 o'clock. Line up at 9 a.m. in the front of the high school. No cars allowed in the front high school parking lot at that time.
2nd and 13 from their Barb's 36. Van Boekel goes under center. He's got Abney and Badalamenti in the backfield ahead of Malcolm Levy. This time it's going to be a pass, and there is Austin Avery. And Avery Austin with the catch. Nice play there from Van Boekel to Avery. Good enough for a Foxes first. Give them 11 more. Avery Austin on the catch. That's his 4th of the night for 44 yards. Coach Hoinkes showing some faith in his sophomore quarterback. 1st and 10 from the 18. Yorkville looking to get this one into field goal range at least, and it's Abney on the carry, spinning away from the first tackle.
35, Abney, the ball carrier.
Gain of 2.
Gain of a yard. 2nd and 9 for the Foxes.
6:40 left in this final quarter. Foxes leading with possession, 14-7. 2 backs, Badalamenti and Abney. Van Boekel under center. It's Abney on the carry. And Kyle Abney, not much there.
Abney, the ball carrier, 47. Pumphrey on the stop. Gain of 2. It's 3rd and 7.
Going to bring up now a 3rd and a long 7 for the Yorkville Foxes. 6 minutes left in this ball game. Ball on the 16. They are in Caleb Pizek field goal range, but do you want to go for the throat and score a touchdown? We'll wait and see. They put Levy back in. Avery Austin motioning to the left side. Badalamenti also going to that left end, and they're going to hand it. No, and that play is blown dead. Flags flying everywhere. Another delay of game, the 3rd now tonight against the Foxes, and that hurts because they go from 3rd and 8 from inside the 20 now to 3rd and 13 at the 21. We saw Pizek attempt on a 38 or 39-yard field goal earlier that came up short and left. I mean, we've seen him hit from as far as 50, so we know he can do it. But it is a little bit colder here tonight, almost about 40 degrees. It was about 50 when we kicked off, but it dropped 10 degrees, and a little bit of a breeze is picked up. So,
Reset the clock to 5:38.
and 16 stray seconds tick off the clock after that penalty.
5:38 on the clock.
So we're going to set that to 5:38 clock stop, 3rd and 13 from the 21. Yorkville leading 14-7. Backs in the eye, Abney and Levy. Leachman top of your screen. That's going to be a handoff to Levy. Levy looking to the left, and Malcolm Levy is upended at about the 13-yard line.
Brought down by number 12, Drew Posada. For 32,
or check that, he's actually at the 19.
On the stop as well.
Well, back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th and 10. They're going to bring Pizek in to attempt this field goal here to stretch the lead to 10.
Number 30, Caleb Pizek on for the field goal.
Joey Nauman, long snapper, Connor Schmidt holder, and Caleb Pizek set to attempt this field goal. And Pizek's kick is up, and it is no good. Wide left from Caleb Pizek, and that is a big-time turnover. Well, you go from being up 10, and now they're only up 7, and boy, 5 minutes looks like a lot of time on that clock. 82 yards the Barbs have to go to get into the end zone here. 4:53 to do it. So DeKalb set to start their 9th possession here, is running off the left side. Dre Brown.
Brown, the ball carrier.
Enough for a first down.
Picks up the first down, brought down out of bounds. Ball spotted on the 34-yard line. First
Brown
attack.
gained 16 on that one. 14 carries now for 78 yards, and there's a flag down. Dead ball, flag on the play.
Sideline warning on White.
A sideline warning on the DeKalb Barbs. So that's just a warning, no yards either way, as here comes Tony Tate in motion. Tate takes the handoff, looking to bounce it outside. Coming to pursue him is the, man, what a hit there. A.J. Foster came up from his safety position and laid out Tony Tate for a loss of 3.
Number 26, A.J. Foster on the stop.
Woo.
Loss on the play, 2nd and 13.
Tate will think twice before taking it around the end there after that hit. He is walking gingerly back out there to his wide receiver position. Spread it out now are the Barbs. Brown in the backfield. Brown a blocker on this play as Sauter looks to pass. That's going to be incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 22, Eric Torrey. 20, Brazil on the coverage.
So just like that, it's 3rd and 13. Foxes still in the lead, 14-7. Just under 4 minutes to go here in this ball game. Fox Valley TV here at Campbell Field. Homecoming night for the Yorkville Foxes. They're looking to make it a happy homecoming with a win, and a 5th win on the year would qualify them for playoff contention. But they've got 4 minutes left as Jack Sauter takes the snap. 3rd and 13. Sauter over the middle. He's got his man, Tony Tate, on the catch, and that's good enough for a Barb's first down.
Tony Tate, that's good for a DeKalb first down.
17-yard gain there from Sauter to Tate. Ball on the 48. 1st and 10, 48-yard line of the Barbs. Handing it off, Dre Brown. Brown tripped up, and
Brown,
after a gain of about 5. Jacob Brazil is the one that tripped him up.
Gain of 7.
7-yard gain for Brown. 2nd down and 3. And the bounced snap in there, and Yorkville is going to come up with it. Looks like it's Sir Nelson on the ball there, and it sure is. Sir Nelson II comes up with a fumble recovery, and that should just about do it here. We do have 3 minutes left, but DeKalb, well, no, DeKalb still has 3 timeouts, so they need a first down here at Yorkville. But it was a botched handoff from Sauter to Brown, and Sir Nelson just fell on top of that football. Whether it be fumbles, interceptions, or penalties, Yorkville has really shot themselves in the foot tonight, but not to discredit Yorkville, as they have made the plays when they needed them. And this one, they need just a simple first down, and they should be able to lock this one away. As Levy on the carry, and they're going to take their first timeout, are the DeKalb Barbs.
Right, that's their first timeout.
Well, Levy gained 2.
Levy, the ball carrier. Gain of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 8.
Levy's 21st carry on the night. He's got a touchdown and 78 yards to go along with it. It's been pretty much all Abney and Malcolm Levy on the ground. As we said, Malcolm Levy now 21 carries for a touchdown and 78 yards. Kyle Abney, 11 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown. Those are the 2 scores for the Yorkville Foxes. The Barbs got their score on a 3-yard touchdown run from Jack Sauter. All that scoring done in the first half. We had nary a point to be put on the board in this second half, and we've only got 3 minutes left to go. The Foxes did get into field goal range a couple of times, but Caleb Pizek couldn't hit on on either one, and the Barbs were driving. In fact, they've had a couple of drives where they really got the football moving, but fumbles by Jack Sauter on both of those drives have really done them in. Brody Sharp jumped on the first one, and Sir Nelson got on the second one. And the Barbs so far only able to muster that one touchdown. So it's 2nd and 8. Clock stop, 3:04. Avery Austin comes in motion to the near side. Snap and hand it off. No, Van Bokel's going to keep it himself and picks up about 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. And the Barbs take their second timeout.
That's the second out.
Van Bokel, with the exception of that one interception, has been pretty efficient through the air tonight. 9 of 13, 111 yards. 3 of those to Leachman for 21. 4 of them to Avery for 44. And Connor Schmidt caught one for 25. Malcolm Levy also caught one for 11 yards. On the ground, Malcolm Levy, 22 for 78 and a touch. Abney, 11 for 47 and a touchdown. Well, for the Barbs, they really haven't thrown it much, and when they have, it hasn't been for much. In fact, their longest passing play was just moments ago from Sauter to Tate to get him up to the 50-yard line, but then right after that, Jack Sauter fumbled. Dre Brown been okay tonight. The first half really not so hot, but he picked it up in the second half as he's got now 15 carries for 85 yards, but he's on the sideline right where the Yorkville Foxes want him to be on this 3rd and 4. And it's Malcolm Levy, and Malcolm Levy not gonna get it, but a flag down. And it's gonna be more than likely a face mask penalty, which should give the Foxes a game-winning first down. The only thing that does is it saves the Barbs their timeout. So with that, a 5-yard penalty should give the Foxes a first down here. We'll wait, let them point it. They're gonna step this one off, but it's gonna be real close. Should be a first down. 2, 3, 4. And they're gonna call for a measurement. Now 3rd and 4, you have a 5-yard penalty. Generally that's a first down, but they want to be extra careful here and measure this one out. Just a mess of punts and fumbles and interceptions in this second half. No points to be found for either the Yorkville Foxes and the DeKalb Barbs. But right now we have got a big measurement here following the face mask penalty on Malcolm Levy, and it looks like they are going to be just short, the Yorkville Foxes. So fourth down now. And if you're Coach Carl Hoinkes, what do you do here? 1 yard, pretty much win the game. Oh no, it's 3rd down, excuse me. No, it's 4th down.
On the defense. We keep 4 down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I heard him say 4th down, but when you have a penalty, you keep it. So okay, these refs are confusing me tonight. 3rd and 1, Yorkville. That's a lot bigger, or a lot different than 4th and 1. 3rd and 1, 42-yard line. Yorkville looking to get this 1 yard to win the football game. Van Bokel fumbled the snap, but gets it into the belly of Kyle Abney, and Kyle Abney able to pick up the yardage needed for the Foxes' first down. Boy, that was close. Van Bokel almost lost that football, but he got it in there to Abney. Abney able to pick up the first down, and that clock continues to count down. 2:30 to go, 4th and final quarter. Barbs have 1 timeout left. Yorkville has 3. First down and 10 from the 41 of the DeKalb Barbs. Full house backfield. Abney, Badalamenti, and Levy. It's Abney on the carry.
Abney, the ball carrier.
Timeout 1.
And DeKalb uses their third and final timeout.
Play, it's 2nd and 8.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 8 when we come back from this timeout. Abney now up to 13 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown. Foxes hoping for a happy homecoming, hoping to hold on to this 7-point lead. They've got 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. And they have got possession of the football. It's going to be a 2nd and 8 after this timeout. Yorkville looking to get into the playoffs or at least qualify for the playoffs for the first time since 2002. A win here tonight would put them in the playoff picture. Yorkville, and they've done it the way they've done it all year with defense. They've held the area's top 2 leading rushers. Dre Brown to 85 yards and Jack Sauter to 31, and they were able to get the football out of Sauter's hands twice. He put it on the ground twice, and the Foxes recovered it. So 2nd and 8, full house backfield once again, and they're gonna say that is an encroachment penalty on the DeKalb Barbs, making it a little easier for the Foxes are the Barbs. It's gonna be a 2nd and 3 now. DeKalb saying that tight end Avery Austin moved, but he didn't move a muscle. The only thing he looked at was the ref calling the encroachment penalty. Second and 3 now, 2:08 to go, 4th and final quarter. A first down is gonna win it here for the Foxes. It's Abney again, Kyle Abney down to the 30.
Abney,
should be enough for a first down.
It's the 30-yard line. That's good for the Foxes.
After that gain of 3, Abney up to 56 yards now. 14 carries for 56 yards. Now that clock can moving now. DeKalb out of timeouts, unable to stop the clock. Yorkville a 1st and 10 from their 30, leading by 7. Just hold on to the football here. That's what you tell your boys in the huddle. 2 hands. So Van Boekel to Abney once again. And there goes the football. Ripped out by DeKalb.
Well, the ball comes loose.
Ball is loose. We still don't have a signal. DeKalb pointing their way. Yorkville pointing theirs. They're digging for this one here. Abney put it on the ground. He had one hand on it, and DeKalb comes away with the football. First down DeKalb. They've got a minute and a half left. Not what you wanted here. Kyle Abney playing well all game and fumble lost here on his 15th carry. Oh boy, DeKalb now in possession. They've got 74 yards of Campbell Field to go to tie this football game up. 1.5 minutes left, no timeouts. This is what you live for if you're a high school football player. Sauter in the gun. Brown on his hip. Brown blocking on this play, and Sauter's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Big Ben Badalamenti in there, Sir Nelson, and Tyler Majordo, all of them in there to make that hit. And Yorkville, nice defensive play there. It's going to be a loss of 7. 2nd and 16, clock continuing to run. We're just about to 1 minute. Sauter swings it out to Dre Brown. Dre Brown makes the first man miss and turns on the Jets. And Dre Brown picks up the first down and gets out of bounds. Gain of 17 on that play. From Sauter to Brown.
Brown's catch and run just short of the first down.
Oh, they say he's just short of the first. I thought he had it. So he is just short. 3rd and 1 now for DeKalb. Taking the snap is Sauter, dropping back. Over the middle, it's Tony Tate on the catch inside Fox's territory down to the 46. They stop the clock while they move the chains. 20-yard pass from Sauter to Tate. And a timeout. The Foxes are going to take a timeout here. As DeKalb quickly into Yorkville territory. A 15-yard pass to Dre Brown, a 20-yard pass to Tony Tate, and just like that, the Barbs are inside Fox's territory with a 1st down and 10 from the Barb 47 when we come out of this timeout. 50 seconds left in this ball game, and it has gotten exciting. Yorkville looked like they had it all wrapped up, but a fumble from Kyle Abney gave the Barbs their last chance here. DeKalb looking to spoil this homecoming here at Yorkville. They have yet to lead in this ball game. Yorkville got the first touchdown. The last time it was tied up was 0-0. DeKalb looking to do that. Just 50 seconds left. 1st down and 10 from the 47. Snap to Sauter. Sauter looking right. That one incomplete. Pass intended for Drew Pizzota. Ian Reynolds in the neighborhood on the coverage. 2nd and 10 now. And that only took 3 seconds off the clock. 47.2 clock stop. 2nd and 10 from the 47 for DeKalb. Here comes the band around the track. And anytime I see a band next to a football field, I'm reminded of Cal Stanford. Hopefully that's not the case here. 2nd and 10 from the 47 of the Foxes. Coming in motion is Tony Tate. They give it to Brown. Brown off the left side. Dre Brown out of bounds after a gain of about 5.
Out of bounds on the far side.
16th carry for Brown. He's up to 90 yards, but held out of the end zone as he has averaged 2 touchdowns a game this season. Brown without a touchdown here tonight. 3rd and 5 from the 41. 41.7 seconds left as Sauter stands in the shotgun with Brown behind him. 3 receivers out right. That's where he's looking. Sauter over the middle, and it's intercepted. Intercepted on the play by A.J. Foster, and that is your ball game here from Yorkville High School on homecoming. The Foxes are going to come away with a big-time win over the DeKalb Barbs. A.J. Foster's been all over the field tonight defensively, and he's the one that should seal this game up for the Yorkville Foxes. Well, I think they're just going to come out and kneel this one. After the Abney fumble earlier, they're just going to sit on it. And that is how this ball game is going to come to a close. Still a few seconds left on the clock, but this game was everything the Yorkville Foxes could have asked for. 11 years in the waiting. The Yorkville Foxes have qualified themselves for playoff eligibility with their 5th win on the year, 14-7 over the DeKalb Barbs. And the story of the game, the defense. Ben Badalamenti, Sir Nelson, all those guys slowing down Dre Brown. In fact, we'll read off the entire starting squad. Carlos Young, Nico Partita, Sir Nelson, Mojo, BJ Badalamenti, Mike Pincera, Ian Reynolds, Jacob Brazil, Brody Sharp, A.J. Foster and Colin Jones, not to mention all the other guys that got in there and slowed down the area's top 2 rushers. Dre Brown finished the night under 100 yards, no touchdowns. He ended up with 16 carries for 90 yards, but they held him out of the end zone. Jack Sauter, 10 carries for 31. He was the lone scorer for the DeKalb Barbs, but 2 big-time fumbles and an interception. Check that, 2 interceptions by Jack Sauter, and that did the Barbs in here tonight. Well, we appreciate you coming and watching the game here on Fox Valley TV. Fox Valley TV directed, of course, by Mike Reynolds, Don Otten, Jerry Rung on the cameras, Jim McGarrah, our producer. Where from Campbell Field, the Yorkville Foxes have a happy homecoming, a 14-7 win over the DeKalb Barbs. Thanks for watching Fox Valley TV. Have a great night.